What's going on, Orfar? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'm going to be going over how to calculate your income so you know if you can qualify for one of the apartments that you are really interested and you really want to move into. I know that this is exciting. It could be frustrating at the same time. So I wanted to take some time and just kind of walk you through the steps and just kind of help you guys out. So when you're ready to schedule a tour with a leasing consultant, you already know if you qualify or not because you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste theirs. So that's the reason I created this video so you can actually understand how apartments qualify you. So that way you could do your own homework and you can actually calculate your income before you actually go and check it out and then love it, and then at the end you're not qualified, which I've had many people go through that situation, and it really sucks because they love the amenities, they love the floor plan, and they can see themselves there. They have been sold and they really want to live there, and then at the end they see that they're not qualified and then they're not able to move in. So this is what I'm trying to prevent, so you guys can actually do your homework before you go out and look for an apartment. Alright, so we're here. We're gonna go over, I have my notes, so we're gonna go over a scenario, and then this way you're gonna have an idea of basically how to calculate it. So right now we're gonna have a scenario. Let's say we found a beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a nice location with great schools, and it's basically everything that you wanted. All right, just picture yourself in that apartment that you actually want, with a balcony, beautiful view. They have 2 pools, 1 pool, they have a tennis court, whatever you're interested in. Just imagine that. Okay, so let's say it's right now is 1760 for 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So another thing I wanted to go over is that a lot of apartments do have a base rent. So what you want to make sure is that the 1760 is a full amount, because sometimes they're going to say, well, it's the rent, and you can call them. You call them and say, hey, some people will say the rent is 1760, and you're like, okay, I can do 1760. But then when you go in, they're going to say, well, it's $40 extra for trash, water, and sewer. And then you have another charge, $80 for cable, because we have cable. And then they might just keep adding different things, and you don't want that to happen because you're going to be bummed out. While you're on the phone or you're emailing or texting, make sure that you say, is this the full amount of the rent? Is this including everything that I have to pay monthly for the year? You want to make sure that the 1760, you're going to be paying it monthly for 12 months or for whatever months that you actually want, because sometimes a lot of the apartments have 14 months, 15 months. You want to make sure on that as well, that you do understand that it's going to be 1760 for the full amount of rent. All right. So a lot of the apartment, some of them do 3 times the rent, and some of them have twice the rent. Now, 3 times the rent, a lot of them do that. Twice the rent, you find that more in luxury apartments just because the rent is a little higher. So it really depends where you go. I've also seen it in affordable housing in different areas. So you gotta make sure you ask them, hey, do you accept 3 times the rent, or do you accept twice the rent? So you always want to make sure of that. So for this one, let's say it's 3 times the rent. So 1760 is going to add to 5280, and then they want to see, so you want to make sure it's monthly, right? And then yearly is going to be, so they're actually going to they want to make sure that you make about $63,000 a year. So you want to make sure that you are able to show that and you feel comfortable that you're able to pay that rent. Now, if it's twice the rent, so basically if it's twice the rent, then they're gonna look at, okay, so the rent is 1760, twice the rent, they have to show me 3520 or 42,000 a year. And basically if you get paid every 2 weeks, then they want 2 pay stubs, and if you get paid every week, then they're gonna want 4 pay stubs. Some of them want more, but that's basically the average. So basically that's 3 times the rent. This is twice the rent. You're gonna be moving with your spouse, right? So basically you guys have to show together that you guys are able to pay that amount. So basically that apartment, you have to show that you make this amount of income. Let's just say there's 3 roommates and they're going to be moving in together. They also have to prove that they actually make 3 times the rent together. So this person could make, let's say, like 20,000. They all could make 20,000, and then she could do like 23 or 24. So this person can make 20, and then she makes 24. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to even out, but they all have to add 3 times the rent so you guys can get qualified. All right. So, and the reason why they want to see that you have like 3 times the rent or twice the rent is because they want to make sure that you guys are able to pay the $1,760 and that you have enough to pay your expenses like your electricity, your entertainment, your car payment, your car insurance, your phone, clothes, vacation. Like, guys, you don't want all your money to go to rent. You want to make sure you're saving money. Maybe you have an investment. So you want to make sure that when you go to look for these apartments that you are clear of what you want to pay and that you have enough to, you know, that you're not paying your full rent your full income towards rent. So you want to make sure you feel comfortable with that amount. And then, you know, you also want to look at if it's $1,760 and you got to show twice the rent, you have to take in consideration that you're only going to have $1,760 to pay everything else. So basically, you want to make sure that you are, that you're making enough and that you have enough to pay for everything else, okay? So that's the reason they want to see 3 times the rent, twice the rent. So that's pretty much it. That way, you want to feel comfortable. And this is, it could be frustrating. It can also be exciting, but you also want to make sure you calculate your income correctly. So that way, when you go sit down with the leasing consultant, you know exactly what you're looking for and you know what you have. You don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I don't know if I can make enough. And I don't, you're like, pulling teeth here and there because you really like it, but, you don't make enough. Do your due diligence, all right, guys? Do your research, figure out how much you can actually afford, and then go out there and go towards those apartments that you guys are looking for. Now, I've also created a guide. Now, if you guys, let me just stop right there. If you guys are enjoying this video, I want you guys to like this video. If you guys are getting some value and you guys are enjoying this, so that way it makes me feel like, hey, I am giving you guys what you guys are looking for. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that I've created an ebook. So probably I'm going to put it over here. It's an ebook and it's 30 pages. And I just put everything that I can think of that can actually help you while you're relocating down to Central Florida. Because I know there's a lot of stuff in your head and you don't even know where to start. So I actually started for you, and you can actually buy this ebook on my website. So definitely it's not expensive. It's only $7. And I really just want to give you guys all the information that I could so you guys can start. Go and get that book so that way you have a lot more resources, a lot more information. And if you are wanting me to go over anything else, comment below, let me know, and that way I can create the next video and I can answer your questions and I can be a service. I'm here to help you guys out. Subscribe to this channel. So that way, if this is your first time here, definitely I want you to stay. I want you to come back. Also, hit the bell so you guys can get notifications. And that way you won't miss any of my videos. That way we can connect. And also share this video with a friend or a family member that you know that might get value from this and they're in the process of relocating or even looking for an apartment, because I know a lot of people don't know how to get qualified. They don't have no idea. Send them this video so that way they can have more information and that way they can start looking for their dream apartment, their beautiful apartment, and they can walk in and they're organized and they're ready to go apply and get that apartment, that beautiful apartment that they really, really want. I know that when you step into your apartment, it's so awesome because it's just that feeling, you get I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. But, it's an exciting moment, and I really want you to understand the process so that way you can enjoy every moment of it. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys in the next video, and have an awesome day.